Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I want to talk to you about what were the worst palettes of 2019. Also, I will be reviewing the two latest ColourPop eyeshadow palettes that just came out this month, and I will also rank them on where they belong on the worst palettes of 2019, if they do belong on there, as well as I will be going through all the eyeshadow palettes that were kind of disappointing this year, and as well as like maybe one or two highlighters and just some sets that I thought really underperformed. And we'll be going through all of that really quick. But first, if you're new to my channel, consider subscribing. We have monthly giveaways, and this month we have the Pat McGrath Divine Rose, and I'll leave the details down below on how you can be entered. So on Black Friday of 2019, ColourPop released 3 new eyeshadow palettes for $18. And they were called Gimme Butterflies Pressed Powder Palette, Butter Me Up, and another one which I didn't bother to pick up, but judging by the reviews, they have 5-star reviews already on the Ulta website, and I just thought, why not put this in this video? Because if you guys have been watching my channel for a while, you know that I'm not a fan of pressed glitter, because not only because they're not safe for your eye, but also because I find them extremely hard to work with no matter how much preparation you do. It's just also a hard and difficult time to get it off your skin. So quickly swatching this palette, I do like that one pink shimmer in the shade Winged, as well as that one shimmer in the shade Overpacked at the bottom left. I find that the rest of the colors I don't really gravitate towards, except for those shimmers, and the pressed glitter is just a no for me. So I'm already thinking of adding this to my least favorite palettes of the year. And then I want to go ahead and try the other new ColourPop palette called Butter Me Up. I don't know what's up with all these mauvey peachy releases, but it seems like they're good at it. They're not so good with the blue ones that they released in the Frozen palette. So I'll quickly go ahead and swatch these by what looks interesting to me. Now that shimmer looks interesting, but these other colors are just so patchy, and I'm already thinking the other colors don't even speak to me as much, and I'm already not impressed. Like, okay, there's one kind of white with a blue shimmer in it, and let's try this silver here. Okay, that silver's okay. It's still not my favorite silver, so yeah, I'm not super impressed with this palette or their back-to-back releases of the same thing, and this palette didn't impress me, so it earns a spot on the least favorite palettes of the year. Of all these, I'm probably gonna start ranking them, and I'm gonna put these all here. So far, the Butter Me Up palette was the worst. Like, it was really bad. It was really bad. So let's just say that palette right here is the worst palette of the year. Then I would probably say this is also pretty bad, but it's not as bad because it has that one redeeming orange, so it's not too bad. Then I want to try this new Lele Pons palette. I see it got really a lot of bad reviews, and so I'm going to show you guys just this one color is really blendable, and then these colors, you can see it's actually not terrible. It's actually not the worst palette of the year. I thought it would be. I thought Lele Pons would be the worst, but you know, it's not actually. I'm not mad at it. I thought I would be mad at it, but I'm not mad at it. And I think for the price, okay, fine, it blends into nothing, but right now it's being sold and I think it's actually better than this ColourPop because of these glitters and because of the patchiness. Now this is not terrible, but it's not the worst. So I would actually say the Butter Me Up was the worst. So Lele Pons, you're not the worst. I thought she would be the worst, but she's not the worst. Then we have Girls United. Oh, I hated this so much. It's just so patchy, and like, who even you? Okay, so this is called Girls United by Ulta. It came out this year. Oh my gosh, do you see how not this is actually really fucking bad. This is actually really bad. So, oh my gosh, this is probably the worst. This is probably the worst palette of the year. I'm gonna put them in this order, and this is probably right now the worst. Then I want to pick up these. I've already swatched earlier for you guys, so these highlighters are pretty good, so they're here to stay. They're not the worst. Then I picked up this KKW stuff from God knows when. Oh, so this comes with an eyeshadow palette. This eyeshadow palette I swatched for you guys before. It's not the worst, by no means. It's definitely got some pigment there, but it's just like very neutral, so I wouldn't say it's the worst. It's not the worst. Then we have this ColourPop palette. I tried to take it on vacation. It's actually not a terrible palette. It's probably better than the rest. So there's that. Then I picked up this KKW. It's not the worst by no means, but I just wanted to see real quick where does it fall in. And I actually kind of like how a little bit, like it has a little bit of pigment. It does have too many orangey shades, so I'm not hating it, but it's not my favorite palette either. So it's probably like in this part of the ranking table. Then earlier this year, I think this came out last year, so it's not 2019. Earlier this year, this palette came out. It was the Tarte Icy Bitch collection. It has been swatched, unfortunately, and I will say that these colors, if you haven't seen them before in my video, go to my video. They are a little bit on the patchy side. They don't show up so well. Like if you see this is not like really showing up so well on my skin. Like, look at that. It really doesn't show. So I'm really like not into this, like how it's so bland, I guess. So for that, I'm going to place it right here. It's still better than, actually it's actually, okay, maybe it's right here. Yeah, I'd probably place it here in the ranking table. So then we have this palette. I already swatched this for a video, so I didn't really keep this one for a friend. I gave it away and I don't want to, I got another one, but this actually was a decent palette, so it's actually better than the other ones. Alicia Edwards, I've swatched that for you guys multiple times. The issue with this is not that it's not pigmented. The issue is, like, as far as wearability, it's hard to wear, but it's definitely not like the worst by no means. So I am going to put that at the end. Then I already did the X's and O's palette for you guys. Actually, this is my modified version of X's and O's because I put all the colors that I cared for in here. So I actually kind of like this palette right here, and it's actually a good, decent palette. So this also is by no means a bad one. So then we have this palette by Kylie Jenner. I haven't even swatched it. It's so, like, the glitter is it's already falling out everywhere, and I also haven't swatched this. I just don't get a lot of use out of it. You see how it has that little press sequin mats in there? Like, it just comes out of nowhere. I just don't think I'll personally be able to use it or get use out of it, so I'm going to gift it to a friend. I'm not going to swatch it. Just feel like it's not right for me to swatch something if I'm giving it away. So for that, it's not terrible. And then I also picked up this one. So yeah, I kind of put them all away. Yeah, these were actually kind of patchy, and they just, like, they went on sale multiple times and they didn't really sell so well. But still, the quality, I'd say, is better than the Lele Pons or the Icy Bitch. Like this, for example, is definitely better than that Icy Bitch palette, which is super patchy. So for that, I'm going to put this one in the end of the row. Another palette that I picked up was the Lion King. Now this was as far as a highlighter. This highlighter one, I don't know if I can really swatch it so well. It was just too expensive for the money that it cost. So, and then lastly, I did get this for someone, so I'm not going to use it or anything, but it's because the pressed glitter issue, it just like, it wasn't a hit for me. I'm probably going to hold on to this. So with all of these being said, I would probably tell you guys as far as my ranking. I also have a surprise thing, and also, but before I get to my number one, I have a surprise. I am opening this for the first time. It is a mini donut palette. Now, last year, if you saw my mini donut review, I still have to give this away. So, I will say any of any of these would have been nice. Oh well. This one is an empty donut. Oh, it's just sponges. So basically you just get a sponge, two nice little cute sponges in here. I was always wondering what those were, which is kind of cool. Then you basically get this highlighter, which is nice. Then you got this palette, which is like, oh my gosh, it's so bad. That is so bad. Oh my gosh, that is the worst. The worst. And then you got, well, that one I think was the highlight. This is a bronzer, so the bronzer is like, okay, it's a bronzer. And then you get this one, which is a blush, like, who cares? Then you get this one, which is it's basically nothing. Okay, this one here, if you guys can see, the black is pretty pigmented, but like everything else is not. So probably just this one is good, but as far as it being the worst products of the year, it's got to be this palette. This is so bad. Like if you realize, it just shows nothing. Like, it's pretty bad. So I'm gonna put that one aside. I think it's just as bad as this one. Now, also, if you remember, I did a review on this guy just a while ago, and this guy didn't super disappoint me, but like, look, this is, I mean, it's showing up, it's just the same quality, but at least you get more things out of it. So this is probably gonna be a number 2. And the real question is this so bad or not? So once you do look at this Girls United palette, girls supporting girls, I don't know, I would say this is pretty fucking patchy, like so bad, really bad. So I think we have a winner. All right, so I think I have it all narrowed down for you guys, so we don't have to worry about it anymore. This is number 10. This is number 9. This is number 8. Number 7. Number 6, so bad. Number 5, number 4, number 3, because it has that little thingy tool, and number 2 is this one, so bad, such a bad palette. And then lastly we have a winner. This is the number 1 worst. So there you have it. After filming this video, I realized I should have included the Too Faced Holiday 2019 stuff. Those were really bad, and the Alexa Stone was pretty bad too. But let me know in the comment section which ones did you think were the worst, and I hope you enjoyed this video, and I look forward to seeing you guys next time.